there, folks. My name is Nathan. I'm Awesomegamerdude, and this is the behind the scenes of more of my Five Nights at Freddy's security breach predictions. So let me just make sure everybody hears me, because usually at this point the mic is broken and stuff. Test. Hello, can you guys hear me? Is everything coming in great? Not sure 100% here. I can. Okay, great. So this is the behind the scenes of my brand new video, more of my Five Nights at Freddy's security breach predictions. The link is in the description if you'd like to watch it. I recommend you do. It's a really great video. I'm really proud of it. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking you guys behind the makings of this video. So I'm going to show you guys the graphics. I'm going to show you guys the video editing files. I'm going to show you guys the script. I'm going to show you guys a couple things that were cut. Essentially, this is just going to be the behind the scenes of more of my Five Nights at Freddy's security breach predictions. It's exactly what it says it is. This is just me talking about it and sharing stories. And, you know, depending on how this goes, you know, maybe we'll do it another time. But I don't know. There's not too many people here, so this might be, you know, just a one-time thing. We'll see. Anyways, how you doing, Cypher? What's up, the gaming channel? And what's up, Leonard the gamer? Thanks so much. Hey, you're back. Welcome back. Thanks so much, Leonard. It's so great to be back. It's been a while since, you know, I've kind of done these types of videos. The gaming channel. Do you like cheese? Yes, I do. I love cheese. In fact, I had some cheese last night. I had some string cheese. It was really, really good. So, you know, essentially what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be watching through the whole video, and I'm just going to kind of pause and share with you guys, like, what's going on in each scene, and I'm just going to, like, share some stories, and then we'll jump into the video editing files, and then we'll jump into the script, and then we'll jump into, like, some secrets and stuff, and, you know, if we have time, maybe at the end, you know, we'll do some gaming, I guess, but I don't know if we'll have time for that, because I do have to go someplace soon, so we don't have too much time. Yeah, let's get started. So, essentially, I don't really have anything to talk about yet, so we're just gonna start going. But I am gonna pause pretty frequently, so if you do want to watch this video in its entirety, the link is in the description, you know, go watch that, come back to the stream, and, yeah. What's up, Glitch Trap? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so this is the first scene I kind of want to talk about. This is the first time I've kind of incorporated my animatronic, which, if you don't know, back in 2018, 2019, I want to say something like that, I had somebody make an animatronic version of me. And I can show you guys that model later on. And, you know, for the longest time, I didn't really use it. You know, it was used in a couple things, and, you know, after that, I just kind of threw it aside. It wasn't important. But, you know, with the new direction that the channel's going, I decided to kind of incorporate it, because not many FNaF YouTubers use 3D models. So, you know, I thought it would be really cool to, like, incorporate my character in little things like that. So this is, This guy, you're gonna be seeing him a lot. This is just me as an animatronic. It's just the same profile picture that I've always used. Fun fact about this scene in particular, that background was not actually taken for this video. It was, and you'll notice that the white background in the back here doesn't match up with the computer, and that's because this scene here was taken from an older intro. It was the one with the one that was for the FNaF movie Progress Report Part 2. But I didn't have any computer graphics, so I had to reuse one of the older ones. And this one was used in a FNaF AR stream as well. I thought it was an asset from Ultimate Custom Night. No, that is, it does kind of look like Toy Freddy's, you know, area. With the gaming stuff, no, that's not, though I think that probably would have been a better idea. Why didn't I do that? I should have done that. That's stupid. But yeah, no, that would have probably been the better option. But yeah, so this is just my my computer background over there where I record my stuff. It's an older one, so it looks a little bit different, but you know what? I think it came along nice. So, yeah. This was recorded, I think, a couple days before, so that's why there's no tweet from Steel Wool about the anniversary, because this was recorded, I think, about 3 days before the anniversary actually premiered.
Nothing? All right.
That was so much fun to create, this walking animation here. I've never done anything like this before. This is like my first time using like the whole walking stuff. What's up, psychic friend Toy Freddy Gaming? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Danny Jara? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Welcome to the stream. So
all right.
So yeah, it just moves across the screen, and that's a simple editing trick. I'll show you guys later.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
That right there is the hardest scene in the whole video. Because if you don't know, my video editor does not support motion tracking. I mean, it may look like it in some of my videos that it has motion tracking. It does not have motion tracking. So I had to do all of this manually. So it'd be like frame by frame by frame by frame by frame by frame. It was like animating a Cuphead animation. Like, it was literally just frame by frame. I mean, obviously I had the stuff like the dragging across the screen, like the panning that I was able to do myself. But as far as like the matching the head with Thanos goes, and then this part here, a lot of it was just frame after frame after frame after frame, and it was just, it wasn't keyframing. No, it wasn't keyframing. It was more complicated. I do things so complicated that it's crazy. Some of the lengths that I go for my channel, and this is one of those. And again, the face is a custom render. That's not used from anything that I used before. This is a custom render. Does it not support? Yeah, it does not support keyframing. That was literally just frame by frame, but like literally look at a Cuphead stream. You know how they draw each scene of the video? That's essentially what I did here. I was like, move it a little bit, move it a little bit, move it a little bit, move it a little bit. And I did that for about 2.5 hours. So this was probably the most complicated scene in the whole video. And I'm very proud of how it came out.
What's up, FNaF fanatics? Nathan speaking, and right here, right now, I'm going to share with you all another round of my 5 Nights at Freddy's security breach predictions. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, drop me one of those big ol' likes and comment down below your own predictions that I'll respond to.
Yeah, that's exactly what you think it is. What's up, Ben Derman? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Cosmaz Petru? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm not very good with names. Hey, no, it's no problem, Ben Derman. I understand you guys have things to do. I'm cheese. Yes, we're all cheese. So, this is exactly what it looks like. This is a, Never Gonna Give You Up reference. And I did this because why not? Yeah, this is literally just me trolling my whole YouTube. It's like everybody that clicks on this is gonna get rickrolled. Like this is just something I had to do. Like I don't know. In hindsight, it was probably a stupid idea, and it's like not many people are gonna see it. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny. What's up, Martin Buckle? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, this is a Rick Astley right here.
And now, without further.
And actually, hold on, let me go back a little bit.
Another round of my 5 Nights at Freddy's security breach predictions. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, drop me one of those.
That's a new graphic that I recently made that I'm gonna be using in more recent videos, just because I like how it looks. It's a lot more cleaner. So yeah.
Big ol' likes and comment down below your own predictions. That prediction revolves around everyone. And now, without further ado, let's get started with today's video. This first prediction revolves around everyone's favorite human dressed as a rabbit, the Easter Bunny, and... Wait a minute.
Wasn't because Never Gonna Give You Up hit 1 billion views. No, it wasn't. That was just for the heck of it. This joke here, the Vanny Easter rabbit joke, because I was trying to think of a joke to open the video with, and I was like, okay, well, you know, Vanny kind of looks like the Easter Bunny, so Easter Bunny. And this is also new, the please stand by screen. Usually it's just the graphic in the back, but in newer videos, I've added my character, and this is how it's going to be from now on. It's just going to have the please stand by with, you know, my character looking stupid. That's just how it's going to be from now on. And I think that's all I have to talk about this scene, so let's move on.
This first prediction revolves around everyone's favorite human dressed as a rabbit, Vanny, the thought-to-be antagonist of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. But what if instead of being a full-blown villain, Vanny was more of an anti-hero and in the end actually saves the day?
Alright, so this graphic here is one of my favorites of the whole video. It is done essentially with a stock fire texture from the internet, static put on top. The Vanny, Gregory, the Gregory's from the trailer, and the Vanny mask is from the, Help Wanted. So I essentially just, took that into Photoshop, burned the mask to make it look like it was decaying, and then I put that in there. And I also did change the hue of the room to make it look like it was, like, you know, kind of burning, and you could see, like, the orange tint all over the room. So I really do my best to make these look as authentic as possible, and in my opinion, this came out alright. I think I probably could have done the edges a little bit cleaner for Gregory. Like, you can still kind of see the static over there, around the side of him. Like, you can see, you know, my laziness there. But overall, I kind of like this graphic, and I also like how, you know, the texture on the side there is, like, orange, so it makes it look like he's actually there. So those are just a couple things that I do, you know, to make it more, authentic.
Throughout the game's trailers, it is established that she is not the one in control, and is merely taking orders from William Afton.
And that there is literally just Vanny's, figure model that, you know, we got released. That's the one with her and Vanessa, you know, who might be the same person, you know, who knows. I essentially just cut that out and put that there. So
Trailers, it is established that she is not the one in control and is merely taking orders from William Afton.
Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just...
Oh yeah, wait. So this transition here is to cover up an editing mistake, because when I rendered the video, essentially Vanny from this last scene
Established that she is not the one in control and is merely taking orders from William Afton.
Gregory,
Vanny from that last scene was clipping into this shot. So it's like you could see Vanny right here in the middle of the screen. You know, right there by the exit signs, and it looked weird. So essentially what I did was I went back and then I added in this transition here.
That she is not the one in control.
So
Taking orders from William Afton.
And you can't see it anymore. So you can't see the editing mistake. Because if you guys don't know, this is the first video that I've ever made that was rendered in multiple shots. So it's like for every different prediction, it is rendered differently. So the first Vanny part was rendered, and then the second part was rendered. So there's 3 parts to this. And actually, no, it wasn't after every render. It was after every 2. Except for the first one. I think the first one was only 1. So, yeah, so everything's a separate file. So that's why that editing mistake had to be covered up in, like, subsequent. I'll show you guys that afterwards. So, yeah, let's move on.
Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch.
When I first found you, you were nothing. You were small, pathetic. But now, what more? Are you ready?
We also know Vanny, known by the codename of Ness in the Five Nights at Freddy's AR company emails, isn't like Afton and may be trying to escape from his grasp. We learn this from emails sent to her by Louise, a co-worker who describes her behavior. So the word compliance by itself isn't going to set off any
I
red
did something
flags,
wrong.
but the sentence "how to induce compliance in human subjects" and "how to..."
Sorry about that.
may be trying to
were small, pathetic. But now, you are more. Are you ready?
We also know Vanny, known by the codename of Ness in the Five Nights at Freddy's AR company emails, isn't like Afton and may be trying to escape.
So, this shot is completely custom. Hold on a sec. I'm just trying to make sure that the chat is actually working, because I haven't seen anybody typing anything, and I'm getting worried that it's, like, broken. Hold on. Let me just pop out that chat. Hold on just a second. Freak. There we go. Alright. It is working, I think. I think just people aren't talking. So, hold on. Let me just go back to the... Where is it? There it is. Alright, so that shot there, that's all custom. Essentially, it was made with a picture of William Afton online. I didn't actually make, like, the tears on the side. That was part of the image. Let me see if I can find the image, actually. I don't want to get demonetized, though, so... Because there's some weird pictures of William Afton. William Afton... no, this is a bad idea. No, I'm not gonna do that. What's up, Lee Cat? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so this is a custom image, and then it's just the Vanny from the earlier scenes that I was talking about, the toy Vanny, just layered on top, and then basic wood texture from the internet. I really like this shot here, and I use this as one of the teasers for the video, just because I love how this shot turned out. It looks so cool. It really does. I just love how cool it is. And then I found it in the Reddit Discord server the other day. When I was on the Reddit Discord server, I saw that image and I'm like, oh, hey, I made that. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, definitely one of my most favorite shots of the whole video. Really like it.
From his grasp. We learned this from emails sent to her by Louise, a co-worker who describes her behavior. So the word compliance by itself isn't going to set off any red flags, but the sentence how to induce compliance in human subjects and how to induce self-compliance did actually get my attention. I think the answer might involve chocolate chip cookies. Always works on me. I also thought it was strange that these were immediately followed by searches that couldn't possibly have any relevant answers for you. Did you search for help by itself? It's like there's two sides of you, and I get that. I feel like help by itself.
I know people are gonna want me to talk about this scene,
possibly have any relevant answers for you.
but
Did you search for help?
I'm not really going to talk about it, because I will say that it is an important scene in my channel's, history, because this is the first time I'm trying to introduce some sort of lore to the Awesome Gamer Dude channel. So pay attention to future videos, because I'm going to start doing this a lot more. These little hints here towards what I've been working on, because at the end of the day, this is for a bigger project. I don't know what that project is, because I'm kind of making it up as I go along, but I do kind of have a general idea of where I want to go with this sort of thing. So this is something that is just, it's being worked on, but I can't really share any information about it. So just pay attention to these. And there is, like, secret codes at the end of this video. Or, rather, one secret code at the end of this video. And again, I'm not going to share anything about that. This is the last time I'm going to mention this scene. But just keep on the lookout for more of these. And if you're interested in, like, solving an Awesome Gamer Dude lore thing, this is there for you. This is just for people who want to go a step above and beyond and, like, check out more of, like, what's going on with the channel. Anyways, moving on.
By itself? It's like there's two sides of you, and I get that. I feel like that too. Some days I'm unstoppable, and some days I'm just stopped. There's that bright, happy side of you that orders cupcake cookbooks and rainbow hair extensions and that glittery pink journal with all the pictures of puppies, and that's great. But then there's that side of you that ordered chocolate and flowers for yourself and pretended they were from your boyfriend Brad. I'm not judging you for being lonely. I definitely understand where you're coming from there. But Ness, I also saw what you had written on that card. Flowers for your grave? Why would you have an imaginary boyfriend who's threatening to kill you? You know that's not healthy, right? So we have this character that is trying to break from evil, has no internal motivation to murder, and orders journals with puppies. what about that is villainous? Don't get me wrong, Vanny isn't an innocent little angel because she still carries around a knife and cackles like a mad woman. But she's not inherently evil, thus making her a worthy candidate for an anti-hero. I predict that towards the end of the game, Vanny has this moment of realization and it snaps her out of Glitchtrap's control. She then proceeds to assist Gregory in escaping the Pizzaplex. Her out of
Notice how lazy I was here? I didn't even bother to fix the side of
control.
Vanny's eyes. I did change the color at least, like to make it look like, yeah, she's good. But I cannot believe that I let that slip. Look, I on the side of the eyes there, I didn't even make that blue. That should be blue because, you know, her eyes change color. But I didn't do that for some reason, so... Oh, God.
She then proceeds to assist Gregory in escaping the Pizzaplex, only to be halted by William, who pins her down and nearly kills her. In a last...
I swear, my chat is broken. Hold on. Is my chat broken? I'm gonna refresh this page. Hold on. No, my chat is not broken. People are just not talking. Okay, you guys are freaking me out here. I'm like, oh shoot, my chat's broken. My chat's broken. No, you guys are just literally just not talking. So, oh my god. Because I'm like, it's broken, it's broken, it's broken, it's broken. No, it's not broken. It's completely fine. Alright, so let me just put this in the corner there. I'm gonna put the video in the corner here too, just in case, because I don't want to like... Let me just go to all chat. Yeah, I don't think my chat is broken. I think my chat is just not talking right now. Back to the video.
Ditch effort to save Gregory, Vanny sacrifices herself and destroys Afton, finally ending his reign of terror. I know this will probably age poorly, but just imagine how fitting it would be for Vanny to be the one to take down Afton, showing that no amount of control can change who a person truly is. It's a nice message, and one that we'll probably never get to see given how this is a horror game and not some action movie. But you never know, this series has gone some strange places before after all.
Football.
My next prediction is one I've... This is a horror strange...
Once again, and I'll talk about this later, these are mostly unplanned. These scenes here at the end, I just say like, oh yeah, there's some weird things going on with FNaF. And then after I'm like, okay, what weird things can I find? Like, and then immediately what came to my mind was Five Nights at Freddy's World and Toy Chica the High School Years. Initially I was gonna put Noodle Freddy in there from Ultimate Custom Night also. Like the anime Freddy sort of thing, because that was also kind of weird. And in hindsight, I probably should have done that just because I have FNaF World mentioned here, and then I have it mentioned in the next one. So I kind of mentioned FNaF World a lot in this video. Yeah, so those were all unplanned and added in post. So just wanted to mention that.
Places before, after all. My next prediction is one I've actually been wanting to talk about for a while, ever since I first saw it in the second trailer for Security Breach. So if you guys didn't know, there's this character in the series that originated from one of the creator's older games, known as Chipper. He's made a couple appearances over the years, with his most recent inclusion being an enemy in 2021's Security Breach, Fury's Rage. Though he's had only a minor role thus far, I believe Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach will be his debut as a real threat. This idea dates back to his...
I'm going to talk about that chipper later on, because that's actually a custom designed chipper, just for the thumbnail. We'll look at that later, though, because you don't really get a good view of it in this video.
Introduction into the series, back in what most would consider to be one of the more weaker games, Five Nights at Freddy's World, which I finally get to talk about in a YouTube video. Sorry, it's just 5 years on YouTube, and I've never once gotten to talk about my guilty pleasure that is World. As much as I try, I just can't hate this game for how fun it is. And
these renders here are recycled.
Sorry, it's just...
This is from... I don't remember what this was from, actually. This was from... it was from a news video where I collabed with a buddy of mine. His name's Tyler. That was... God, what video was that? Was that this one? It was an earlier video, but yeah, that right there is totally recycled. I don't remember what that was from, though. It was from a news video. I know that for sure because the joke was all about news. You're doing a news video here, dude. But I don't remember what video that was from, per se. If I remember it, I'll show you guys. But yeah, so that was just from another video. All right, back to the reaction.
5 years on YouTube, and I've never once gotten to talk about my guilty pleasure that is World. As much as I try, I just can't hate this game for how fun it is. Anyway, after kicking the crap out of Chipper, you are greeted with this dialogue. Those last lines have stuck with me for years, and I've waited in anticipation for them to finally pay off. I thought I'd finally get my wish with the introduction of El Chip in Pizzeria Simulator, but he ended up being just a cosmetic that couldn't attack in-game.
Fun fact, there was supposed to be gameplay from Pizzeria Simulator in here. Initially, I was going to go record everything myself. Like, I was going to go in there, I was going to record, like, you know, El Chip moving around, and then I was going to record, you know, El Chip in the menu, and then I was going to add that on. But this video was actually, in a way, a little bit, it had to get out there, because initially I was trying to make this for the anniversary, FNaF's anniversary. I ended up releasing it a day after FNaF's anniversary, but initially it was going to be released on the anniversary. So that part was cut, so I didn't go and play through, because I would have had to play through Pizzeria Simulator in order to unlock El Chip. And then I would have had to, like, it would have been a huge process. It probably would have taken like 2 hours. So essentially what I did was I just found an image on the internet and used that. And I'd consider using images that aren't modified in any way as fair use. That's why I only credit the video, because that's like something that, you know, that somebody owns. But it's like, when it comes down to pictures that, you know, everybody can access and everybody can make, I wouldn't necessarily consider it like stealing. And that's just my opinion, you know, take it how you will. So yeah, so I got this image from the internet. You could probably find it if you looked up El Chip in Pizzeria Simulator shop. Anyways, moving on.
The same can be said about his appearance in Ultimate Custom Night, where he, although being added as a challenger, only distracted the player with his advertisements and didn't actually jump scare. So you can imagine my excitement when I learned there was a whole area dedicated to him in the Pizzaplex, and not just a room, a whole frickin' restaurant complete with arcade machines, soda fountains, and decorations themed after the beaver himself. The place is even called El Chip's Fiesta Buffet, a direct callback to the advertisement that appeared in Ultimate Custom Night. So seeing as there are other animatronics in the Pizzaplex besides the Glam Rocks, and an area dedicated solely to El Chip, it isn't outside the realm of possibility for there to be an El Chip animatronic or Chipper lookalike present in the Pizzaplex. After all, why would Pizzeria Simulator have an El Chip animatronic if the restaurant didn't have one to begin with? This must be it. The moment where Chipper gets his chance to shine and be a bigger threat than Freddy Fazbear, who, by the looks of it, will be helping Gregory rather than attacking him. My prediction is that there will be a section of the game where we will be forced to visit El Chip's Fiesta Buffet and must navigate around the restaurant stealthily while avoiding El Chip.
Okay, so little known fact here is this is a modified version of Chipper. Because if you don't know, the Five Nights at Freddy's renders are very, very low quality. Like, they're rendered very small so that, you know, they don't take up a huge game room. That's just a game trick that Scott uses, you know, he reduces his file quality. That way, you know, he can add multiple things in at once. And that's kind of what he did right here with Chipper. Wait, what? I have a comment? Okay, I was just making sure that there wasn't a video of this here. Because sometimes what happens is it'll publish videos that, like, I hadn't yet finished. I still think my chat is broken. I still really think my chat is broken. That or people are just not talking. I don't know. I don't know at this point. But anyways, so this is a modified version in that I essentially put an effect on here, and I switched up the I made it, you know, stand out a little bit more, so it's not as blurry as it normally would be. So yeah, that's just something that I do because the renders are very low quality. So moving on.
Fiesta Buffet and must navigate around the restaurant stealthily while avoiding El Chip. At some point, we alert him of our presence and it becomes a rapid chase scene where Chipper becomes a truly terrifying killing machine. After all those years, he finally gets his revenge and a chance to scare the socks off the same people who insulted him years ago. Plus, we could finally get an El Chip jump scare and, maybe even a voice. Though I could always dub over the character myself, and to prove my point, here's a sample of my stellar voice acting. Hey guys, it's me, El Chip. I should probably just stick to making YouTube videos. On to the next prediction, which is admittedly more speculation based than the last two, so take it with a grain of salt. As we all know, the events of Security Breach occurred decades after the original games at the end of the timeline. After all, we see the Pizzaplex still being built in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, a game which just so happens to feature characters and locations dating back to the very first title in 2014. But the question everyone fails to answer is, given all the time that has passed, how did Carl the Cupcake end up in the Pizzaplex? Last I checked, he was rotting away in the remains of the first location.
This was another situation where I didn't have the video for this, and I didn't have time to go in and record it. So again, I just took this image from the internet. And this image was like the lowest quality I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, the quality was so bad on this image that it's like, even when I put on the effects, it just still looks terrible. But that was all I could do at the time. You know, I couldn't record anything. And if I could go back and like redo parts of this video, that would be one thing that I would do, is I would record the different scenes so that there could be video in this instead of just like a crappy image from the internet that's like really low quality. But that's essentially what this is. So, but I did add an effect on top of it to make it kind of look a little bit better. And I do like the way that this scene came out in the end, so it did kind of work out. But yeah.
Did they somehow recover him after all these years? And if that's true, what other remains from the past are in these glass cases? I predict they contain not only accessories and parts, but entire animatronics. One of which
that is a an actual like poster, and I'll show you guys later what it looks like. I used it as one of the teasers on my Discord server. That render was made by Mason, one of my good friends, and somebody who's been on the channel for a long time. But it's a lot older because it was initially supposed to be used for a video, a scrapped theory actually, where essentially I was talking about the sister location, and I don't know if I'm still going to do this, so I'm not going to share too much about it, but essentially I was saying how the sister location was more of like a prison than it was like an actual restaurant. It was a animatronic holding facility. And I do have evidence to back that up, and I don't know if that'll ever be a theory, so maybe in the future, you know, never know. But that was essentially what that render was used for, and since I couldn't find a use for it, I just threw it in here. I have tons of renders that are from a while ago that I still haven't used yet that you may see in future videos because those videos got scrapped. Anyways, moving on.
We see at the end of Security Breach's gameplay trailer. I've always felt this scene was a bit disconnected from the rest of the game. Here we have this nice and pretty establishment with brand new animatronics, and then there's this nightmare abomination with sharp claws and a withered exterior. It just doesn't seem like something Fazbear Entertainment made to go along with the rest of the Pizzaplex. But if we consider this animatronic to be a found relic from the past, then it makes sense for it not to be in pristine condition like the rest of the place. After all, it's for display, not to entertain and perform like the Glamrocks. And taking into consideration just how many display cases there are, we could be looking at a ton of animatronics. I'd personally love to see the return of Freddy Fazbear from the first game, and see what became of the Rockstar animatronics after they were burned in Pizzeria Simulator.
Welcome back, Cypher.
Appears like Springtrap, rotten and decaying, and the Rockstar animatronics look like melted chocolate Bonnie from Special Delivery. That would make for some pretty scary
These are both custom,
later. Maybe Freddy
done very poorly, I might add. Like, you could tell just I gave up on this. Like, I started off with effort. Like, you know, I started with, like, changing the colors and stuff and making Freddy look older. But then after that, I don't know, I gave up and I started drawing, like, those wires that just look so bad. And I just don't like these custom. But again, it was rushed. A lot of it was rushed because, like I said, I at this point, I was like, okay, I can make it. I can finish this in the day. And it was only when I hit the end of the third theory that I was like, okay, this isn't getting done today. Where I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to delay this. And it ended up being, like, really kind of delayed. What's up, Matty Bear's World? Thank you for joining the stream. So yeah, I don't know. I just really don't like these renders. And you can see how sloppy it is because you can see part of the grimy texture that I used in Freddy's left eye, sorry. I just didn't bother to get rid of that. And it's the same texture being used the whole way. I just literally just took the texture, made it big, and yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it.
Freddy appears like Springtrap, rotten and decaying, and the Rockstar animatronics.
This one looks okay, though. I like the way this one came out because it looks like it was burned and just goopy and like exactly what I wanted to go for. Melted Toy Bonnie.
Animatronics look like melted chocolate Bonnie from Special Delivery. That would make for some pretty scary.
Or not Melted Toy Bonnie, Melted Chocolate Bonnie.
Imagery if we were to encounter something like that. These glass cases could also explain the design of the glam rocks, which appear to be loosely based on the Funtime and Toy animatronics. Maybe Fazbear Entertainment was able to find the remains or blueprint.
This was one of my favorite scenes to work on here. This blueprint looks so cool. I'm so happy with how this came out. So that was essentially just a bunch of Photoshop effects. It's not drawn customly. It was kind of done in a little bit of a lazier way. But I really freaking love the way this one came out. It just looks so cool. It's not exactly like a blueprint because obviously a blueprint wouldn't have like those smudges like that. But it sells the effect, you know, and that's what a lot of the stuff that I do is. It's like it's not 100% on the nose, but at the same time, you see what it's going for. So I do like this part here.
Of one of these older models and translated it into the glam rocks we know and love. But hey, that's just a prediction. A FNaF prediction. And I'm really digging my own grave with this joke. People already call me a ripoff of MatPat, and this is just proving their point.
Another ad. Jeez, YouTube with these really long ads.
My own grave with this.
Yeah, this this MatPat thing was actually thrown in here at the last minute because the third theory was actually the hardest one to write. This was by far the one where I was like, okay, this is just not working out at all. And and because the original ending of that one in particular, the third one, was to say how bizarre the theory was. Because at the end of the third theory is the one I was a little bit mixed about. Because I was like, okay, well, you know, there's a little bit of evidence pointing towards this, but then there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense. And at the end of the day, I decided not to make fun of the theory because that would devalue it, and it would make it seem like, you know, what you had watched was just all for nothing. So at the MatPat thing, it was like, I was thinking of like, how the freak am I going to end this? I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I have to end it with a joke. And then the MatPat thing came up and I'm like, okay, you know what? That could work. So this was kind of put in here last minute. But I really tried my best to replicate his end screen, which in the end I think came out just the way I wanted it. Crappy, but still matching his style. And I'll show you guys a comparison of the two because I really did do my best to make this look as close to his as possible. But yeah, so that's just a little bit of a history behind this part.
Prediction. And I'm really digging my own grave with this joke. People already call me a ripoff of MatPat, and this is just proving their point. Guess what time it is? It's time for the next prediction. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach was initially scheduled to launch at the beginning of this year, but when it was determined that the game could not be completed in time, it was delayed to late 2021. As compensation for this pushback, a mini project starring the Glamrocks was released on April 28th called Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach: Fury's Rage. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up where you thrash enemies and try your best to get a decent score. Despite being based on the upcoming Security Breach title, there was a lot of material that originated from other games, particularly the enemies, which were mostly inspired from skins in Illumix's Five Nights at Freddy's AR special delivery, like Radioactive Foxy, Boiler Baby, Clown Springtrap, and Freddy Frostbear. Other enemies include Mangle, Puppet, Chica, Browboy, and Souldozer, all appearing from... Other enemies include Mangle, Puppet, Chica, Browboy...
Browboy was the hardest dude to get a picture for. At some point, I even considered going into Five Nights at Freddy's world and just recording. And I would have had to play through the whole game. You could not find photos of this dude. Browboy was just so hard to find photos of. And eventually, I'm just like, okay, I gotta go on the internet. I gotta find an image of Browboy. Somebody fighting Browboy. So that's what this is. It's, again, an image of somebody fighting Browboy. And it's like, oh, man. You just could not find photos of this dude. Nobody had photos of him. So it's like, okay, well... And that took probably a long time, too. I think it took like 15 minutes to find this photo. And that's a long time in editing terms. So, yeah, just wanted to mention that.
And Souldozer, all appearing from games in the series. But there is one enemy, or rather enemies, that we've never seen before. Two human-like animatronics with colored hair that are each wearing different colored headsets. They are the VR Sisters, and I predict we're going to be seeing a lot of them in Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Here's why. Hey guys, it's your boy Future Nathan here, and
These are, again, recycled renders. These are actually not from the same projects.
Here's why. Hey guys.
This is from an old news overlay that I was initially going to do for a style, but that style didn't work out. Just because, I don't know why that style didn't work out, because I thought it was kind of cool. But at the end of the day, I just didn't want it. But I used it for a little bit. I think there's like 2 videos with that one. So I just recycled that. That's a recycled render.
It's your boy Future Nathan here, and
this is recycled from the original intro that was supposed to happen before the whole Infinity... the whole Thanos intro. This is, and I'll show you that intro afterwards, because I still really like that intro, and people on Discord have already seen it. But these are from completely different projects. That's why the lighting is a little weird here.
Something I didn't realize about the VR Sisters is that they actually have beaks. So yeah, ignore all the stuff I say about them being.
And this is again from another random render. I think this one was for a rant video that I was going to do on Five Nights at Freddy's AR. I recycle a lot of the stuff that I don't use. So, expect to see renders that just never made it in future videos.
Humans. That's all. Enjoy the video. Chug Jug Fortnite. The VR Sisters are unlike many of the humans and animatronics we've seen thus far in this series. They both have unique hairstyles, unique outfits, and even though they have VR in the name like VR Toy Freddy, the sisters don't look anything like him. It's almost like they were made to stand out as their own characters. I mean, if they were supposed to be translations of VR Toy Freddy, don't you think they'd use his design rather than develop a new one? Speaking of design, the VR Sisters have a lot of features.
And no, this wasn't put in here for clickbait. I just want to make that clear. I was not intending to use this for clickbait. This was genuinely one of the theories that I had. When I was thinking, when I was brainstorming, and I'll show you guys later all the different brainstorming ideas that I had. Like, one of them was actually, there's a currency in FNaF security breach, which might be used in a future one, but I don't know. Because MatPat kind of mentioned that one in his own content. But no, these weren't used for clickbait. This was genuinely one of the theories that I had. So I just want to make that clear to anyone who thinks that I was being weird with it. No. No.
That align with the feel of security breach, like their colored hair and shoes matching the neon aesthetic we see surrounding the Pizzaplex, not to mention the checkered stockings, which have a similar look to holographic Monty who we see in the gameplay trailer. The VR Sisters also fit the time period of security breach where VR is regularly in use. Recall that just a couple years earlier, Fazbear Entertainment was selling a VR title, which we know as Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. It makes sense for them to incorporate that technology into the Pizzaplex, and who better to advertise it than the VR Sisters? Also, is it just me, or does VR Sisters sound like the name of a performance group? They certainly look like they're part of a band, plus I highly doubt the glam rocks are the only source of live entertainment in the place. Maybe the VR Sisters take over once it's time for Freddy and his friends to host birthday parties, or maybe they perform in another district of the Pizzaplex. Either way, I have a strong feeling we will see these characters in the future, even if they are just confined to one area. But
Oh wait, I do want to talk about this scene here. Yeah, this scene. This was the first time I did characters sliding across the screen like that and moving. This was my attempt to kind of replicate what MatPat usually does with his, graphics and stuff, because I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could do something as complicated than that as a crappy video editor like mine. So essentially, I just put the shake effect on them, and I moved them across the screen. Again, not motion tracking, even though it looks like it's motion tracking. No, it's the slide transition matched with perfectly timed snapshots that make that it's like so essentially what I did was I put the I put the slide effect on it, so it's sliding this way, and then I took a picture of it and I flipped it, and it made it look like it was motion tracked. But no, it's just take a picture of just her separate from the rest of the image, and then I flipped it, and then that's what made it look like. So the slide effect had already ended. So there's just little tricks that I use because my video editor doesn't have motion tracking. I make it look like it has motion tracking, but it does not.
Or maybe they perform in another district of the Pizzaplex. Either way, I have a strong feeling we will see these characters in the future, even if they are just confined to one area. But until then, they'll just have to kick the crap out of the glam rocks and decimate my score, because man, these things are tough to defeat. At least it's not as hard as Chica's Magic Rainbow. I will never recover from that game.
Welcome to my Happy Fun Rainbow Land. Let's start with something simple.
This right here, my favorite scene of the video. Right here.
Oops. Simple for most people, I guess. You get it. Is this your first time to play a video game?
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't.
That's my favorite scene in the whole video. I love that joke. And that was, again, improvised when I was editing the video. Because essentially what was going to happen was it was going to show the whole playthrough. Because I did a whole playthrough of it. Until I died, of course. Which you see at the beginning part there with me getting the game over screen. But essentially I was going to do that. And I was going to do a death compilation until you hit the you suck thing. And then it would have gone on and on. But then at the last minute I'm like, what if I put in the whole Markiplier thing? And another fun fact, I did not know that the rainbow was, because I took this picture arbitrarily, like the rainbow being on this side here. I didn't know that Markiplier was going to be pointing directly to it. So it worked so freaking well. And I love the way it came out. It was just destined to be. What's up, Derek Morin? Welcome to the stream. Why must you punish yourself by using such a weird video editor? Well, actually, that's a good question, Cypher. I'm too lazy to learn how to use a different video editing software. That's literally the reason. I just don't want to learn another video editing software because I'm so comfortable with this one. But I am at some point going to have to use a better video editor just because it takes so much time to do these things. And especially with like the style and everything changing soon, it's not going to require as complicated of edits, so it's like high time that I start learning how to, edit in a different program. So yes, I will most likely just be learning how to do that soon. I'm going to get my hands on Filmora soon. I don't know. Premiere's kind of complicated, so I don't know if I'll do that yet. But yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, it's favorite scene of the whole video.
Awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't.
Also, Memento Mori Unisanis. Anybody fan? I love that gem.
But anyway, that's all the predictions I have to share with you today. Thank you all so much for watching. You have no idea how much I miss doing this, and I'm so glad to be back making content once again. Hopefully for good this time, because there's a ton of stuff going on with Five Nights at Freddy's, and I really want to talk to you guys about it. Plus, I have a bunch of new ideas that I'd like to get off the ground that are different than what I usually upload. Movie reviews and commentary, anyone? So what are your thoughts? Do you agree with my predictions? What are you most excited for in Security Breach? Who is... Tell me in the comments below. As always, it's been a pleasure talking Five Nights at Freddy's with you all, and I'll see you in the next project. Gamerdude, over and out.
New outro. I really like the way this came out with the whole record spinning like that. That's gonna be used in future outro. Although I did screw up with the whole the knob here is supposed to be on the disc, not in the middle part here. So that's something that you'll see change in the next video. But yeah, so this is a record player. This is going to be the new outro just because I thought it fit with the whole 90s theme, 80s theme that I'm kind of going for. It probably would have been better to use like a tape recorder or something, but I don't know. I just like the whole record idea. I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. And then there's the final scene of the video that is just one of my favorite parts. I think it's the best way I could have ended the video. And again, that is from a scene in the canceled intro, which I'm going to show you right now. So that's the end of the whole video analysis. Now I'm just going to kind of show you guys some of the files and stuff. So let me first show you what that was for, because that's actually for a canceled video project that I was doing, which was called the Redemption Arc of FNaF AR, which I still don't know if I'm going to make, but if I make it, I'm probably going to redo it from scratch. But this was made for this, but at the same time, it was still the first intro that was supposed to be for the first video back. So let me just show you that. Hold on. Where is it? I think it's in here. Yeah, here it is. So this was the first, this was supposed to be the intro for the video back. Did you miss me? Oh god. I drank Darman. What's up, 30W30W? Welcome to the stream. So yes, this is the original intro, which was made, you know, when I still wasn't in the best place. So that's why I sound very unenthusiastic here. But yeah, I liked how it came out, but in the end, I just went for something that was a little bit better, just because I thought this was more of a waste of time, and at least the other intro has, like, meaning. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the script, which, by the way, is not written in Google Drive. This is just where I transferred it to Google Drive. So this is the script for the video. As you can see some of the other ideas that I had here. So here are the ones that made it. Because initially there was supposed to be 6 instead of 4. But 2 of them got cut. So the ones that got cut was initially I was supposed to do a prediction for the release date. So I was supposed to say like, oh yeah, you know, I think Security Breach is coming out. And that was me saying that Security Breach was coming out this October because the state of plays were timed 3 months apart. And initially that was supposed to be the ending, the one that I ended on. And it was kind of actually supposed to be a bonus one, just because it was a lot shorter than the rest of them. And you can see the ones that I wrote down initially here. The Vanny is an anti-hero. That one made it in. The Chipper one. There will be a currency. That was one that got cut. But essentially that was me talking about the different ATMs that were in Security Breach, because there were different ATMs there. Right On says that it's releasing October. Yeah, we don't know for sure though, so you know there's always a chance it can or can't. But yeah, I choose usually not to believe rumors of like what's going on. Like I'll always verify my information before I put it out. That's why you never heard a video about me talking about the when the Help Wanted stuff was reported. I never reported on that because until we actually saw like pictures of them, I didn't report on it because I was like, okay. Oh, whoops. This almost fell back. I was like, okay, well, we don't know for sure if this is confirmed or not. So usually I try to find a source of an information. I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy today. Before I report it. So there will be a currency. That was just me talking about how there were multiple ATMs around the restaurant, and that means that, you know, there could be a currency, and then I was going to go into that. Security Breach has a museum. That's the title of, or the original title of the third one, which was the one with the glass cases. But I changed it up because I don't know, I just didn't think the idea of a museum was good. I hope we get a Security Breach trailer. Is it gonna release or yeah, you know, it's probably gonna release soon. I've heard rumors that there's going to be a trailer next week, the 19th, because there's another quote-unquote state of play apparently. I don't know for certain about this, so don't quote me on this. I'm not reporting on it either because we don't have any information yet. But there could be a trailer next week, the 19th. I'm gonna be tuning in for whatever state of play they have planned. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. Because the last time I did that, some people got confused because they thought I was actually promoting Security Breach. But yeah, we'll see about that. And if something happens, then you will see a video of, about it. So yeah. Alright, so here's, you know, here's the original intro. Because initially it wasn't supposed to cut there with the final do it myself. I had written a cold open for that. So the original cold open, and this took a couple hours, so I'm kind of disappointed it got scrapped. But essentially, I cut it because it was just kind of dragging on, and I thought that the viewer retention was just going to drop. So that's why I only added the final do-it-myself intro, which was planned from the beginning. The beginning part was improvised, but the final do-it-myself was 100% added, because initially it was just supposed to be, that was supposed to be the opening. It's supposed to be fine, I'll do it myself, and then cut into the wait for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is almost over. But I decided to change it up and make a little bit of a more extended one because I thought it was narratively a lot better. And I felt like that clip had to be introduced with something else. So the original cold open, which was going to be with the whole helpy thing that you usually see in most of my videos, was the wait for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is almost over, but despite the release date confirmed for this year, we know almost nothing about this new game. That's right, apart from some screenshots and a couple clips of gameplay from the trailer, Security Breach is a total mystery where at this point literally anything is possible. With that in mind, I decided to do a sequel to a video I did a while back and put together another list of predictions spanning across everything we know so far. Because if Steel Wool is going to give us Security Breach content, I'm making my own. Time to show them how it's done, Gamerdude style. Let's do this. So that was cut at the end of at the end of the day. And then this is just what you saw here, the What's Up FNaF Fanatics stuff. Fun fact here, this whole part here had to be rewritten. This whole part here, because I didn't realize that I didn't incorporate the stuff that I'm talking about down over here, which was initially there, and there's a lot of cut content here that had to be reworked because it just did not work. So this got cut here. This is the joke that opened the video. That was always planned. Throughout the game's trailers, it is, yeah, no, that's, so then I say here, this was also cut. We also know the Vanny, codename of Ness, isn't like Afton. Maybe Luis, who has a crush on Vanny, had this to say. And then I only had one quote here, but again, it didn't work because I initially had this thing that said, so we have this character that's trying to break from evil, expresses concern about other people, and has no internal motivation to murder. And initially I was going to have screenshots there, but then I realized how terrible that looked because it was just the multiple emails for FNaF Security Breach, and for FNaF Security Breach, for FNaF AR, and I realized it just did not work. It didn't look good. It was so bad, and I was like, oh my god, I have to rewrite this whole scene. And so there was an edited version, which is the one that gets used in the final. So this is just like the end part here, you know, and so I reworked that completely. And then just, this is the same stuff. And initially, like I said, there was supposed to be images there. And here's one of the jokes that got cut. which was me jump scaring the audience. So initially this was supposed to end, and the reason why I mentioned puppy pictures, and I don't know if I actually, no, I don't think I actually mentioned the whole puppy pictures thing. I think I cut that out. But initially I was supposed to mention the puppy pictures and say, what about that is villainous? Well, apart from the puppy pictures, those will lower anyone's guard. And I was going to put a picture of my dog, Lily, who's a pug. And then I was essentially going to be like, and I was going to put like cutesy music, like doo-doo, like lullaby music. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And then all of a sudden, bah! The jump scare comes out and it scares the crap out of you. But again, I cut that because it was killing so much time and it was so over dragged, and I was just like, you know what, that doesn't need to be in there, and it wasn't even a funny joke to begin with. So yeah, that was another piece of cut content here. This is all the same, I believe. Yeah, see, I don't plan that stuff. I just play a clip of that, add a joke, show that, you know, and it's like, so that stuff is mostly improvised when I'm editing. I'm just going to get rid of the chat here because you can't even see it in the first place. I'm still reading chat though, so if anybody has like comments to make or whatnot. This is the same here. The same here. After kicking the crap out of Chipper. Yeah, same here. Same here. Yeah, this is all the same. This looks to be the same. And here's the map pad joke that I said about, that I was talking about. The original version got erased, so I can't show you like what. Oh yeah, the map pad joke was initially. How long did it take you to make that script? The script took 3 days to write, 3 full days to write, from morning to night. So I was essentially writing for 3 days in a row on this. And like I said, the third theory is the one where I just wasn't feeling good that day, mentally. So that one took so long to make. And in the end of the day, that's the one I was least satisfied with, just because of how speculation based it was. But yes, so this took 3 days. The script took 3 days. And the video editing took 4 days. So a lot of work goes into these. You guys don't know the half of it. Like, I work really hard on these things. Because I try to make them as good as I can. And at the end of the day, I think it came out really well. So the map pad intro was initially supposed to be longer. I cut it off here where I'm really digging my own grave with this joke. But initially it was, again, supposed to make fun of the theory. Because this one was one that I just wasn't happy with. So I went with... people already called me a ripoff of map pad, and this is just proving their... Well, no, actually, this was in the video. But this wasn't in the video. Now all I need is a long script chock full of dumb jokes and overanalyzations. Oh, wait. And the whole joke is, like, because that's what this is. That's what the video is. It's chock full of dumb jokes and overanalyzations. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just reinforcing that idea. And then I was going to put the congratulations, you played yourself video in there. But again, cut because of time. Because at this point I was like, okay, the video's already over 10 minutes. So I need to get moving because people are going to start dropping off and they're not going to want to watch the video anymore. So again, this is all the same. All the same here. This is all the same. The joke here is all the same. But again, see, play clips of that. So the Markiplier intro wasn't planned. This is all the same. A little spelling issue here. But that's it for the script, honestly. Commentary, anyone. I forgot the... Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. There wasn't even an earlier rendition of this script like there normally is. So those were just kind of the couple things that were changed. And now I'm going to show you guys the graphics, or some of the graphics. We're kind of getting towards the end of the stream here. So here's some of the graphics that I used, and I'll show you guys some unused graphics that ended up being cut. So this is just the sister band that I did. Everything was separate layers here. So yeah, so you have the drum set, which by the way has an effect on it to make it look like it's in the same environment. This is just an inner glow here. Inner glow, inner shadow. You know, you take it off, it looks normal. So that was there. And then this one here is just her moving around. And essentially that's what I did here. I essentially just got rid of these images here and then made this separate. And then in my video editing software, I dragged it like this. So that's kind of like what I did here with the images. And then it all just kind of comes together like that. So that's the Sisters Band is what I called it. Let's see if there's any scrapped content here. No, all these kind of appear in the video. Ah, here's the full render for the Funtime Freddy thing that you see. As you can see, it's a full render here. And it even has like the glass case top here, which I made to make it look... And the background here is just a blurred version of the security breach images. What's up, Tyler? Welcome, dude. I didn't think you'd tune in for the stream. So yeah, you missed the video part. You could go watch that later. We're just going over like the different images and like the cut content and stuff. Where do I have some cut content here? Oh yeah, Carl Blur, because initially I was going to do the same thing that I did with Chipper, and I was going to be like, and it's Carl the Cupcake. But that got cut at the end of the day. I just didn't like the way that looked. Let me look for some more cut content here. Oh yeah, the FNaF World Battle theme. I was gonna use that instead in the Ice Cave theme that I ended up going with. And here's the reference for the Matt Pat joke. You can see they're very similar. I really tried to make them similar. But obviously you can see little differences here and there. Where's the next image? Oh, here's a full render of Chipper. I think that's in the video though, so there's no reason to talk about that. I'll talk about the whole Chipper thing when I get to that, which we'll get to in a little bit. These are just more pictures that I used. Oh look, here's the jump scare animation that I was going to use, because initially it was supposed to jump scare the player. It was supposed to scare the crap out of you. And then it was supposed to zoom into this, and then you'd hear the ho lo 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 lo, like the troll music playing. So that was again cut. So that's canceled graphic that never happened. And another thing was with the angel Vanny, it was initially also supposed to sprout wings. Because, you know, that's, you know, the whole thing you do with the angels. So that was cut because it didn't look right. Oh, God, I got to catch my breath because I've been talking for so long. Oh, yeah, here's another canceled graphic, which was the Vanny Not Evil thing. Where essentially these were supposed to come in and then form one big... I don't think I saved this graphic, though, just because I decided not to use it so early on. But just imagine they're layered here. And then they, like, pop in from the side. It's like this. Text. 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 So that was supposed to be something that I was doing. But that got cut again. And then there's the picture of the pug that I was initially going to use. My puppy. Oh, I love my baby girl. Yeah, so that didn't happen. Here's the background for the Vanny quote, which was initially supposed to be blurred. And was initially just supposed to have... This is another render that was made by Mason. I don't think I have the original one. And if I do, I'll show you guys that later. Here's the original, the Afton thing that I cut earlier on. What's up, Hunter the Sith? Welcome to the stream. This is the original wood texture, but then I realized, oh, there's a watermark on there. I can't use that. I should have, though. It would have made it funnier. And then there's the final graphic. Let's see here. Here's one of the earlier Easter Bunny images, but I ended up using this one because this one was non-copyright. This one was copyright. There's the standby thing. I don't know why it glitches out like this. That's really weird. But, Yeah, I don't know what happened there. So that's another image that I made. There's the Thanos images that I ended up cutting, but they have full body renders because I don't know how to render just the head. And again, there's the Thanos images. They're the same as these. I could potentially use this in the future if like I wanted Awesomegamerdude to talk. Let's see here. Where's some more canceled stuff? No, it looks like all of this was used. Oh yeah, here's the image. No, I actually used that in the video. I have seen the FNaF Plus trailer, and I'm debating making a video. I don't know if I will, though. Okay, here you got the high effort thumbnail. This is where I want to show you guys Chipper, which, by the way, was created by me. This was one of the most hardest things to work on. Essentially what I did was I used, and I'll show you guys how I did this. Hold on. Let me just drag this in here. And I'll just make this bigger. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, I really liked the FNaF Plus trailer. I thought it was really cool. And I'm definitely really excited for that game. So here's Chipper. Custom rendered, by the way. Essentially, I got the shoulder blades from... do I have the full unedited render here? Is this Chipper? Yeah, this is... Okay, let me grab the one that's behind here. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I actually screwed up here. This is the render that should have gone in, because this is the one that has the lighting effects on here. But this is... I didn't put that in for some reason. Huh. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, this is the Chipper file here. It was essentially just normal Chipper with armor on top. And like, the hair was a brush. I'll show you guys that brush. There it is. Right here, this is the hairbrush. Which makes it look like, if you like... It looks like real hair, so it's like... Essentially, I use that to make the hair. And these glasses are just shapes that I used here. This is just a texture change where essentially I just selected this part of Chipper and then just went up here and then did hue and saturation and just changed the color. And then the shoulder blades, like I said, are from Chica. No, actually Monty, I think, and I just recolored these to make the... Oh, and by the way, this Chipper image here is... I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys just how much work I went into making this particular render for the thumbnail, because I knew I had to have something cool on there. This is where it started off. So you can see how much work went into this just to make it... So you can see, like, the basic... And then I also, like, extended his arms here. But yeah, so this was essentially a full render that I had to do. And then the armor here is from Chica, once again. Or from the trailer. I just cut that from her, and I made it look like, you know, it was more like Chipper's. But the reason why it's like, you know, it doesn't look like the other Glam Marks is because this is actually Chica's armor. So, just little changes here. So this one was most complicated. And then, of course, there's the plastic wrap that makes it look like it's like a more shinier texture. I made my own FNaF 1 trailer. Sweet! Yeah, I love making little things like that, honestly. This is so much fun. That's the best part about doing content, is you get to make your own stuff, and it's really fun. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about with Chipper. So I'm just gonna like not save this. This is also something that I worked on, but albeit not as complicated. Vanny. Again, it's just a separate layers here. Oh wait, that's Chipper. Hold on. So Vanny's. Everything's a separate layer. The mask, again, you know, take off the texture, and then you can see just how detailed that is. And like I said, what I did with this one is I burned the texture with the burn tool right here. Let me see if I can get it to work. So burn, you just tap it. For some reason that's not working. Or am I doing, oh, I'm doing the blur texture. Sorry, this is the wrong one. This is the burn texture here. So you just kind of like make it look all, ooh, that actually looks better. I should have went with that. That looks really good. Ooh, yeah, I should have done that. But yeah, so I made it look like it was like burned, and it kind of looks like blood. So, you know, I might use that in the future, like if I'm trying to make like bloody renders, because I realized when I was making that, like, oh, you know, that kind of looks like blood. So yeah, that's kind of how that was done. How did you learn Photoshop? Self-taught. I learned over time just like how to do different things. I'd experiment with different tools, and you know, essentially I just learned. I kind of just taught myself how to do it. These are just images here. I think that's it for the images. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I have to talk about here. Fun fact, the thumbnail was done though before the video itself. So, I always do my thumbnails before I make my videos. So this was done before. So just fun fact there. All right, so now let's take a look at the video files. And that'll be it before we wrap this up. So again, I did everything separately, so everything's in a separate file. So the first one is the cold open. This is the it's VR sisters when you thought they were humans. Yeah, exactly. I really did though. And it was hard to see. So here's the first file. This was the first rendering. This is just the intro. This was rendered separately just because look how many files are here. Look how many audio, video files are here. These are raw. I essentially just recorded these. This is the extended version of this. You can see me like going into and then because initially I was supposed to make this longer. And here's the initial theme that was supposed to open instead of the ambience that I ended up going with. It was supposed to be this song. But then as soon as the Nordic stuff started kicking in, I'm like, oh, nope. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Just audio files. Huh. Oh yeah, this is different recordings of me saying, huh, because I did multiple takes of that. This is the one that ended up making it in the video. The but this is some other takes. Huh. And then there was like the villager. What was this one?
Nothing? All right.
Oh
Nothing?
yeah, right. That was recorded there. What is this one? Oh yeah, this is the villager one. So, more, you know, secrets here. Hold on a second. Man, my nose is so itchy today. So here we go. So again, separate files. This is just a simple zoom transition here. So it's like you go here and then you end it here. So it's like boom. And right over here is just once again the renders that I use. Just another zoom in texture here. This is just a 3x3 animation of me. So there's like one frame and then frame again, and then you get me turning around. And then again, this is accomplished by the shake effect, or that's created by using the old film texture, which essentially, here, let me turn off the the sliding real quick so you can see this one. See, it shakes. And then sliding to the left. So combine those two, and then you get the effect where it's shaking. And it makes it look like he's actually walking away. And then I just added the footsteps from FNaF here. And again, this is the most complicated part again. So it's like I had to zoom in with this. And then over here, you have it turning here. I had to perfect the angle for that. Because again, that's like a separate layer completely. And again, another perfecting layer. And then here's the frames of me and the head. Like I said, I really did render it like Cuphead. Look at, see, look. Whoa, boop, 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 boop. Just like changing it. And if you get rid of this, you'll see Thanos underneath. There he is. There's Thanos. So I had to make sure that that synced to there. And this part here. Eventually I got tired, and that's why it doesn't look fluent like going on. But yeah, this was a very tough thing to do. So that's the cold open. And then the part 2, I believe this is the second part with Vanny. Do you think the Five Nights at Freddy's movie will come out? Yes! Yes, 100%. They're already working on it. I think they've already filmed it too. It filmed in spring. So I'm assuming now they're probably working on editing. And I believe we'll get something this Halloween. Most likely, because Blumhouse is doing a fest where they're going to be showing off some of their films, and I feel like Security Breach will be among those films. I mean, Security Breach. FNaF, the FNaF movie will be among those films. I have this thing called Shotcut. That's how I edit my video. Yeah, I used to use, what the heck was it called? I used to use, Tyler uses it for his videos. What the heck was it called? Let me just look up Tyler's channel. Let me just look at one of his older videos. Because I know he used to use it.
Grammarly helps make your writing clear and concise. No matter
Tyler, shout out to Tyler.
compose a cover.
Nope, this is after he bought it. Tyler, if you're still in the chat, what freaking video editor did you use? Power Director, that's what he uses. He used Power Director. I used to use that one too. So this is, again, just the files. I gotta kind of wrap this up because I'm running out of time. I have an important something to do at 2 o'clock, so I gotta wrap this up. So I can't share too much more. But this is, again, I just took the video from the last file and I put it in here. This is all just standard stuff. Just like all the different files, and then just the music that I was gonna use and stuff. And yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. It's just the same stuff. Oh yeah, now I can show you that video editing glitch
William Afton.
that I had to cover up. Oh yeah, but that's right. You don't actually see it in the final video. I'll show you guys that in afterwards. So this is just more stuff. And this is all the same. You know, it's just oh yeah, and how I make these like the glitching stuff. It's a website called Photomosh, which essentially just lets you put whatever image you want, and you can add effects to it. So this is the effect that I used, the jitter effect. But there's also other ones like slices, wobble, shake, solarize, posterize. So it's just little things that you can do. Bad TV, this is one of my favorites. It like makes it all staticky like this, and like, and there's like so you can do all kinds of effects here. This is free too, so anyone can use it. Barrel blur, it just makes it look like it's like zooming in like that. This is the one I use the most, is jitter. You can just adjust how much you want. and then scan lines, like if you want to make it like more retro. And you just essentially go to here and then you record it. So that's how those scenes are done. Okay, this is just standard stuff. Nobody cares about this stuff. This is just the same stuff that I did before.
Off the same peep jump scare voice act.
Yeah, this is just, I don't think there's anything special in here that I want to talk about. I don't think there's any crazy edits in this particular one. Oh yeah, these scenes. I should probably... The just transparency here of the clips from the security breach trailer. I just made them transparent. It's easy, not hard at all. That's... Alright, yeah, that's pretty much all I want to share about this part. Nothing really that special. Okay, so this is predictions 3. This is the final one. This is the one that contains the last 2. And it's probably going to take the longest to load because this is probably the one that has the most stuff in it. So yeah. Little parts here. This is just everything that came before. Oh yeah, and then you could see me fixing that video glitch right over here. So I'll show you guys what the glitch is. Let me just delete this, and then you can see what the glitch is.
Search for help by itself.
Oh wait, that's not the right one. Sorry. Here it is. I'm sorry.
And is merely taking orders from William.
So this is what you see.
Gregory,
But this is what the glitch is.
And is merely taking orders from William Afton.
Gregory.
See, as you can see, it like it messed up there, and as the transition happened here, Vanny still stayed on the screen. So I that's what I edited out. That's what you guys didn't see. Okay, so oh, why does it say started streaming 30 minutes ago? That's weird. We've been doing this for like an hour and like 20 minutes. So moving on back over here. Yeah, this is just standard stuff. Nothing really to talk about here. Over here, nothing really to talk about here either, I don't think.
To the place. After all, it's for display.
Little, again, things here. Nothing really to share here. Is it okay if you watch my FNaF 1 trailer remake? Yeah, totally, I'll check it out. So this is just, once again, just edits again. I don't think there's anything really that important here. Yeah, no, these are just...
Clown Springtrap and Freddy Frostbear. Other enemies include Mangle.
And this is some of the issues I have to deal with is my video editor will freeze like this, and then I'll have to like go back, and this is one of the things that sucks about working in a video editor that's like old. Is it does this stuff. See if there's any secrets here. Nope. Pretty straightforward. Just more video. Oh yeah, here's the unedited version of Chica's Magic Rainbow. It's just me playing the game. So yes, I had recorded a whole session, and this is to the point where I died. And that's where I lost, and you'll see that in the video. So, what else is in here? I think that's it. You know, the just little things here and there, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, you know, that's that's about it. You know, that's pretty much all I got to share with you guys, you know. You know, as far as things go, that's kind of what goes into it. Again, I don't want to show all of my tricks because some of them are, you know, a little bit more, you know, exclusive to my channel. But, you know, this just kind of just gives you an idea of how much work goes into these videos, because a lot of work goes into these things. Look at how much, and this is just one part, you know, like freaking, and this is like me editing like all day. This is like an all day thing that I have to do here. So it was a lot of fun to work on this video. I really am happy with how it turned out, and I'm glad you guys liked it. I really am. You know, this video got almost already 1,000 views, which is just amazing. I'm so happy, and it's like I've been gone for a month, but yet I still managed to get 1,000 views, and that just blows my mind. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'm probably not gonna do one of these again because not a lot of people tuned into the stream. But you know, if you do want to go back and watch some of the parts that you missed, I'm going to be leaving it public, so anyone who wants to go back and watch anything can. But by the end of the day, it will be made unlisted. But if you have watched the stream and you did tune in, you'll still have access to it. But after, you know, like you clear your history or whatnot, it'll be gone. And I'll probably put it in a playlist as well. Just for people who, you know, do want to watch it. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you all so much for watching. If anybody has any last comments, thoughts, anything, speak now. So I'm just going to save that, close that out. So yeah, so it was really a lot of fun working on this. It really was. Oh yeah, here's one final thing, is this scrapped graphic here, which was initially supposed to be used for the video. Again, the joke here, 42069. Can you show the FNaF 1 trailer remake on stream? Yeah, I don't mind. Hold on, Hunter. I usually don't do stuff like this, but since you stuck around for the stream, yeah, sure thing, man. Hold on. God, my nose is so itchy today. Just a second. Yeah, I'll check it out. It's the one with Bonnie. Okay, yeah. Did I click on the right one? I think I did. That is a very cool shot right here. That is so cool. I really like this shot here. That's really dope. Just like that pan. It's like a cinematic right there. That's really cool.
I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about.
Okay, you know what? I like the effects you're using here. That's pretty cool.
Let's just focus on
Again, these cinematics are really cool. I like the way these look.
introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do
Alright, see you, Cypher.
quirky at night, but
Yeah, this is very cool, dude. I'm gonna watch the rest of it off stream because I really, really gotta go. Like, I'm going off time by like 20 minutes. But dude, this is freaking awesome. I love the graphics that you're using here, the different cinematics, the angles. It's really freaking cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and like up that video. That's really, really awesome. Thank you for showing me that. That's very cool. Yeah, I'll watch the rest of it later though, because I really gotta go. But thanks so much for watching the stream, guys. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. Hearing me talk. Again, I'm probably not gonna do this again. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope everybody has an awesome day. I'll see you guys later in the next video, which should be coming out in like a week or so. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Thank you for selecting Awesomegamerdude, and I'll see you all back here soon. Goodbye for now, and have a fantastic rest of your day. See you, everybody. Take care.